because you have to sing and speak during this kind of surgery in order for them to understand. So I had to take instruction and sing and speak during this surgery. Hi, this is Shania Twain, and this is my Woman's Health Body Scan. I would say that what I love most about my body is it's the stamina that my body has. I'm kind of like I've been called a never ready battery. You know, I'm just one of these body types that keeps going even longer than I should. So when my mind says, okay, you've had enough, my body just keeps going anyway. And I mean, it's a blessing. Yeah, so I would say that I do love that about my body. Stamina, I think, for me probably comes inherited from my mother. She was very similar. And also just staying active, you know. I never really shut down my body's activity, even when I'm not touring around the world or on the stage. I'm out in the garden, I'm walking in the forest, I'm riding horses, I'm active. I'm one of these non-stop movers. I was very rough and tumble when I was a kid, outside and running around and scraping and cutting myself, but my most painful scar was my throat surgery in my neck, which is always miserable, and that's fine. Well, the interesting thing about the kind of surgery that I had, which was to support basically I have implants on either side of the larynx to stabilize the larynx, because I have nerve damage to my vocal cords. So in order for them to be placed exactly right, you have to be awake during the surgery. I can't even begin to express what was going through my head, but I had to give complete trust to the surgeon and just suck it up, you know, because you have to sing and speak during this kind of surgery in order for them to understand the placement. So I had to take instruction and sing and speak during this surgery. Well, I believe very much in warming down. Warming up is more familiar, I think, to people when they think of what singers have to do for a show, but warming down is as important. So keeps the vocal cords stretched out while they're warming down. I mean, very similarly to any workout in your body, keeping the muscles and the tissues flexible while they're cooling down so that they don't just freeze up. I have no other piercings in my body, no. I was 16 when I got my ears pierced. The studs that they first put in, I remember them being my birth month stone, the peridot. I do not have any tattoos. I have never considered getting a tattoo. I sort of feel, after I got my ears pierced when I was a teenager, I thought, you have to get needles anyway in life, just getting your blood drawn or things like that, going to the dentist. Like, okay, no, I'll just do only the most necessary needles, and my 2 ears were enough. Oh, the best hair care secret: horse, mane and tail shampoo and conditioner. It's awesome. I just fill little bottles in the house from the stable with their shampoo and conditioner. I discovered that a long time ago when I first started having horses, started using it. I would wash them and condition them, and it left my hands feeling really great. So it started out as more of a conditioner that I would just leave on my hands, and then I realized, well, if it works for the skin, it's got to work for the hair. And it works for the horse's hair. I'm a terrible nail carer. I neglect my nails a lot, and part of that is because I play guitar. If I spend the time getting fancy nails, they break, and they just don't last. No, even if it's gel. Right now I've got gel coating. The minute I'm back on stage doing shows again, it's got to come off. And then my nails just are working more like working hand nails, because I'm picking out horses' feet and all that kind of stuff too. So my nails aren't always in the best of shape. Oh yes, my skincare secrets. One of my favorite things to do, first of all, olive oil is the base of all my best skincare experiences. I literally take olive oil from my kitchen. I'll usually keep about like a quarter cup in the bathroom all the time, and I either use sugar or salt and mix it together in my hand, and that's my scrub, my body scrub. And then I'll often just wipe very gently the grains off the skin and leave the olive oil on. It's beautiful. fancy skincare products when I was younger were too expensive for me, so I discovered olive oil, something that really absorbed very well into the skin, and then when you shower with it on, it still absorbs into the skin without blocking the pores. So I just carried on using it even when I could afford really expensive stuff. I just still prefer olive oil. Oh, my mental health has many, many caretakers. Music is one of the greatest mental health care aids, really. It's such a liberating, mind, freeing, enlightening tool in so many ways. So for example, I'll give you an example. If I just want to feel chirpy, I put on ABBA. If I want to feel romantic, then I'll put on some soul music. I'll put on Etta James or something like that. Harry Styles, ultimate romantic, uplifting, fall in love music. I think focusing on others is one of the best things that I do for myself when I'm just too caught up in my own thinking and my own pains or sensitivities or whatever, any of that stuff. I just, I'll cook for the family, or I'll sit down and have a chat with my son, or give him a call, or just focusing on others is always a great help. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing to Women's Health.